Live from Dark Easy Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for another episode of the Dark Easy TV Recap. Tonight, Killing Eve is back. The battle of Mandalore begins, and Saul somehow survives with Lola. All that and more on this week's episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. Now your host, Darth Easy. Hello, Easy Nation, and welcome to another episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. I hope everyone's staying safe, and it's like the second month of the COVID-19 crisis, and days are getting crazy. I mean, I am getting a little stir crazy, though I'm still working and everything. Really, nothing has changed in my life. The only thing that's changed in my life now is really you gotta wear a mask at work now, and so that's basically it. I mean, you can't get a good plate of Chinese food anywhere. So that kind of sucks, because a big plate of Chinese food sounds pretty good right now, but I understand. So, guys, this is another episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. I actually have a bunch of episodes to talk about. I actually have 8 episodes of TV to talk about. So TV's starting to pick up a little bit now. So let's get right into it with our theme of the week. Killing Eve, Season 3, Episode 1. Slowly, slowly, catchy. And I can't read my writing. More something. So this was a good premiere of the season. I love Killing Eve. I think Killing Eve is a very good show. And I really, really did enjoy this premiere season episode of it, because it begins with Villanelle. She's getting married to some chick and everything, and then she sees some woman, and we are led to believe that this is the woman who trained her to become the person she is, become the assassin. So she kind of went through like this kind of like Black Widow kind of training thing with her, and I really like the girl who plays Villanelle. I think she's good, but apparently her mentor offers her a chance to get back into the game and everything. Eve is alive, and Villanelle doesn't know that yet, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens when all that kind of transpires, because Villanelle's just a crazy bitch, but I love her because there's just something about that girl I find incredibly sexy. It's the way her eyes move, and then that smile is just, I find it's so hot. And I mean, I don't know, it just started to get a little weird there for a second, but god dang. Also, but basically Eve, she's working at this Chinese restaurant or something cause she doesn't want to get involved with MI6. Their former boss's, her boss's son is looking into the Villanelle thing and the 13 or the 12 thing. I forget what the organization is called. It's been a week since I've seen the episode. But he dies. He gets killed, as far as we know. So I'm assuming that's going to get her back in the game. So yeah, that was a good episode, Killing Eve. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the season. Now let's talk about the penultimate episode of the season, Better Call Saul, Season 5, Episode 9, Bad Choice. Man, I can't read my writing. Rudd, I believe that's what it said. So good episode. Saul and Mike, they get out of the desert, and Saul pays off the people, the $9 million, whatever it was. I think it was $7 million. It was $7 million for Lolo to get out of jail. They come up with this story that his car blew up or something, and then Kim doesn't believe him, Lolo doesn't believe him, and Kim really doesn't believe him because she finds his a coffee mug with a bullet hole in it, and Mike and Saul's just like, I don't want to talk about it. He has PTSD from this kind of moment. He's like, how long does it take before things get back to normal? Mike said, some people it takes a day or a week, and one day you're just going to realize you're fine. So the episode. But then, the last 10 minutes of the episode, Lolo shows up at Saul's house, and it is some of the most tension-filled episode TV I have seen in a very long time. it was just so damn good. Mike has them on the sniper. He is trying to protect he's trying to protect Saul, but then you have Kim comes in to save the day, gives her this BS thing about, oh, you know how New Mexicans are. They're gonna shoot everything with a bullet hole, so that's why her car is his car was full of bullet holes, and Lolo decides to go back to Mexico with Nacho. Nacho was supposed to be in charge of the business in New Mexico, but doesn't look like that's going to happen for now. So we'll see what happens in the finale next week. All right, let's move on to Survivor, Season 40, Episode 10, The Full Circle. I just want to make this message loud and clear. I hate loved one visits! I hate it! 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 All right, that being said, it was a good little moment seeing all the families and everything. Just, I would prefer that to be left on the editing floor, because I'd rather see the gameplay of this episode. The gameplay was amazing. Seeing all people like, who we gonna vote out? We gonna vote out Tyson? We gonna vote out Denise? We gonna vote out Jeremy? We gonna vote out Kim? We gonna vote out Tony? Or we gonna vote out Sophie? Or we gonna vote out Sarah? I would prefer to see more of the tribal council, or seeing some of the more of the prelude, but we couldn't do all that because we had all the damn loved ones, and then we had the loved ones at the edge of extinction. It was just too much. It was just way too much loved ones. I love the Survivor gameplay of it, and that's what I didn't like about this episode. But the gameplay was great. The 15-20 minutes of it we got was cool. And it was cool seeing Tony win an immunity, which it was funny because he even said it, that he won an immunity that requires patience, something that he is not known for doing in his Survivor gameplay. So yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this episode of Survivor. I hate the loved one visits, but I don't see that ever going away. Let's move on to Riverdale, Season 4, Episode 17. Chapter 74, Wicked Little Town. So this was the musical episode this season of Riverdale, and it was from some musical I've never heard about, Hedwig. And I'll be honest with you, I don't love the musical episodes of Riverdale. I liked the first musical episode of Carrie. I thought some of those songs were pretty catchy, but most of the songs in this episode just looks like, But so it was good to see Riverdale come back on again, and it also brought back the tapes, and Jughead's looking into that, and it looks like they reenacted Jughead's murder scene. So I'm curious to see with the tapes. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Let's move on to My Hero Academia, Season 4, Episode 21, Deku versus Gentle Criminal. This show's been off for, it feels like forever, and I guess it's because a lot of the Funimation staff were working from home, or the episode finally posted online, and I finally got to watch the My Hero Academia episode. So, Deku is, they're all getting ready for the school festival, and he comes face to face with Gentle Criminal, and it was cool little fight. We're seeing Deku, he has more control over his the wind power thing that he's been working on. Of course, he got a gauntlet from the support team people, so he's able to master that. So he's fighting Gentle, and Gentle is kind of he's not really a great villain. I think he's just there to get us through the last part of this season. But his whole power is he can create like shields out of nothing, I guess just by breathing or whatever. So that's kind of a neat little power. And so yeah, that was the episode of My Hero Academia. There was some good little action. That was the best episode in a while. So yeah, I enjoyed that episode. Let's move on to Young Sheldon, Season 3, Episode 20, A Baby Tooth, and the Egyptian God of Knowledge. So this episode, Sheldon has to get a baby tooth pulled, because if it doesn't, it's going to affect with his teeth. And basically, it's just, he has a dream. When he's high, he has this dream of this Egyptian god that can tell him the answers to the universe. But then he gets high again on some herbal tea, and a bunch of people tell him, it's like, if you knew if you knew the answer to everything, what's the point of searching for it? So I was like, oh, okay. Georgie loses $300 at Dale's store, and Dale fires him. And Dale and Mimo looks like they might have broken up. So be curious to see. I'm guessing in 2 weeks it's the finale, because I don't know. Let's move on to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Season 7, Episode 12, Ransom. Someone steals Cheddar, the little dog, and they get Peralta to help him get him back. But it's basically they want these case files. It was an okay episode. It just had some funny moments in it. Let's move on to the final episode of the week, and this was an awesome episode. And this was Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 9, Oh Friends Not Forgotten. This was Clone Wars. This is what I'd wanted all season long, and that is great stuff. Ties into the prequels perfectly, and I love how in the preview it sets it up. You see the Order 66 stuff, like it shows Ayla Shakira at Felucia. You see Plo Koon in his Starfire that would eventually get blown up that we saw in Revenge of the Sith. So I'm assuming we're going to get to see some more of those scenes. So I'm ready to get hurt again from this moment. So that was cool. But then it was cool to see Anakin and Obi-Wan on the battlefield one last time. That was great. And then they connect with Ahsoka. Ahsoka is asking for the 501st or their aid to help them take Mandalore and take Darth Maul alive. And so it was a cool little moment between that, and there was some great moment. There was a great moment between Ahsoka and Anakin. I mean, if you are an Ahsoka Tano fan and you watch this scene, this gave you everything you wanted because she was badass. The action in this episode, the animation, I thought was incredible, and I like how it explains why Rex isn't in Revenge of the Sith, where Cody is, because they decided to split the 501st Legion. Half of them went to fight for Mandalore. The other half went to rescue rescue Chancellor Palpatine. So that stuff was really pretty cool as well. And like I said, and then Ahsoka, apparently Darth Maul led this trap, and at the end you just hear the Sam Witwer voice. He said, "I was expecting Kenobi, not you." And then it goes to the credits, and bam, that's the episode. And next week's going to be the epic battle between Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for next week's episode of Clone Wars. So guys, that ends another episode of Darth Easy's TV Recap. So guys, make sure you're staying safe out there. Keep your hands washed. Keep your face clean. All that good stuff. There was no Easy Cage episode yesterday. Randy Cage decided to go out of town again, even though I kind of set a schedule with him. So, but whatever, we'll post 2 episodes next Saturday, I guess, unless he skips town again. Also, guys, make sure you check out the Darth Easy YouTube channel. I posted a lot of reviews lately of movies that came out this year, and I've also had a bunch of TV reviews. I'm now in a slow spell right now for my TV review, or my reviews period, because right now I'm doing my special project, which I am almost done. I can now see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm hoping to get done by the end of May, and by then it should be mid-June before this thing comes out. But I'll talk more about it when it comes out. But I'm starting to see the end of the tunnel, which is pretty exciting for me because I've been working on it all year so far, and I'm looking forward to actually editing it together. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to doing it. So guys, check out this podcast every Sunday. Some shows are coming back. I don't know how long they're going to be on, but Killing Eve's coming back on. So maybe during the summer, this podcast will kind of go away for a little bit if I'm not watching current TV. But we'll see. We'll see as the months transpire. So guys, until next week, all too easy, and take care of yourself. Bye.